All right, you guys, a lot of writing today, so don't be afraid to pause your video as much as you need to. Today we are going to be talking about different properties. So first, let's get right into it. The commutative property is where the order does not matter with addition and multiplication. So I always remember it because commuters that go to school or commuters to work, people commute places. They move and they travel, and that is okay with addition and multiplication. So the order does not matter. How they move, you can move them either way. So, for instance, 6 plus 4 is the same thing as 4 plus 6. You can move them either way. Same thing with multiplication. 4 times 6 is the same thing as saying 6 times 4. It does not change, okay? So commuters, they move. The commutative property, the order does not matter with addition and multiplication. Okay, so get that written down. Go back and listen to my words. Look at the examples if you need to, okay? Now, the associative property. So my associates are the people I work with, or who do you associate with? Those are things I think about when I think of the associative property. So grouping does not matter with addition and subtraction. It doesn't matter who they are associating with. Who do you associate with is like saying who do you hang out with? Who are you around? Who are you near? Okay? So this is very similar. So I could say 4 plus and then group 6 plus 2, and it would still be equal to saying 4 plus 6 being done first plus 2, right? It doesn't matter who you're associating with, you will still get the same result. So if I wanted to prove that to you, I could do that, right? If I wanted to prove these up here to you, I could do that, right? 24 does equal 24. So if I was asking you to prove it, you would just write something equals something. So if I did this first, 8 plus 4, and then I did this first because it's in parentheses, and then brought down the thing because we're following order of operations, right? Then I have 12 equals 12. So there's my proof. Now multiplication is very similar, right? I could say 3 times 1 times 2 equals 3 times 1 times 2. So this is like saying 2 times 3 equals 3 times 2, right? So it is all okay. Does that make sense? So the commutative property, remember commuters move, so the order, you can move them in any order. Who you associate with, depending on what the grouping is, who they're in a group with or in parentheses with, does not matter. So remember, obviously, if it's addition, the commutative property of addition. If it's multiplication, the commutative property of multiplication. Same with the associative property. If there's addition, it's the associative property of addition. If it's multiplication, it's the associative property of multiplication, okay? We don't want to make this too complicated. Now, last property. This one might be a little sticky for a minute, but I think you'll like it. Multiplying a number through an expression in parentheses. So I could say 5 times 12, right? Or I could say 5 times 6 plus 6, which is really like saying 5 times 6 plus 5 times 6. So this would give us 72. Something is not right. Do you notice what I did? 5 times 12 is not 72. I was like, wait a second, this is going to be 60. How is... Good thing you guys caught me. Did you catch me? 5 times 12 is 60, right? Or you could think about this as 5 times 12, right? Which is equal to 30 plus 30. Would you agree with that? Doesn't 60 equal 60? So you can do that in multiple ways, and I think you'll see that it will be totally doable with your homework, okay, with the next 2 days. We're going to work on properties today and tomorrow, so hopefully we can come back and review again tomorrow. So you can kind of chunk this up into nicer pieces. So maybe I had 4 times 15. Well, I certainly know that 4 times 10, right? And I certainly know 4 times 5, and those, if that adds up to 15, they will help us answer our problem. Doesn't that make things easier for you? So we have 40 plus 20, right, equals 60. And if you know your 15s, 2 of them are 30, so 4 of them are 60. Okay? So that is the commutative property. Remember, commuters move. It doesn't matter which side they switch to with addition and subtraction. Associative property. It doesn't matter who you associate with. They can be grouped one way or the other with addition and multiplication. They will still be equal. And distributive property kind of helps us break things down, right, into smaller pieces. You can distribute through the parentheses by multiplying a number through that expression in the parentheses, okay? So make sure you have these down. Don't forget, today you're going to fill out your teacher made. I want to say there is not any work to show really today. So you're kind of off the hook on the work side of things, okay guys? So make sure you get that teacher made done and just click submit, and then click mark as done, or just turn in an empty assignment under the classwork tab, so I know to go into teacher made and see that you did it. Okay, have a super awesome Wednesday. See you guys.